guys, I am back. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024 and welcome to a Monday morning. It's 9:05 and I have just done the school run, and I thought on my first vlog back after a little bit of break I would take you on a whole day with me. It's Monday the 8th of January, which feels like a good day to start these vlogs again. So I'm gonna go and jump in the shower now as I look like this. So while I'm gone, here's what's coming up. I'm trying to find motivation to ease. Phone case. Help. Guys, I'm here. It's 9:50. So I did that in 45 minutes. I don't think that's too bad. Got me coffee. I got an espresso for Christmas, so nice coffees are happening here. So how are we? Welcome back to these vlogs. If you are new, my name is Emily. I am an illustrator. I run this small business, Harvey Art, which is like a stationery enamel pin shop. I also help small businesses through my Patreon community. I have loads going on. And did I say I'm a mum? I'm a mum. I'm a mum to a 4-year-old who's nearly 5. And I work from home. I work from home now. I used to have a studio like during COVID and things, but I'm now back at home, and like having a shower like that, I can do that now that I work from home. Before I used to like take him to nursery and then go straight to the office. Whereas now I can come home, have a coffee, have a shower, take my time, and I'm now at my desk at 10 to 10. So I think that's pretty good going, really. So you're going to join me all day today, and I'm going to show you what a typical day is like for me. This is kind of the first day back in the office as well. Kind of like I worked a lot over Christmas, didn't close the shop or anything like that, and like I did a massive Boxing Day sale and all those orders have gone out already. Like I have been working, but this feels like the first day kind of back properly and starting fresh and doing all the things. So I need to do a to-do list of things to do today, and look what I have, a brand new notepad. Look at that. So these arrived, I've just come back from a trip to London and these arrived while I was away. I did unbox them and film some content for that. However, so I've ordered loads of different ones. There's a monthly planner, a weekly planner. This is like a business daily planner. And then I also have a daily planner that's non-business, and I ordered the wrong size. I filmed all this, but maybe I won't include the footage, but let me show you what I did. Oh, I ordered the wrong size, and I don't know why, because this one I ordered the right size, so I don't know what I was doing. I was being silly. It's really tiny, and that is still fine. You could still use that. It's just not how I intended it. They're both meant to be the same size. So I have 16 of them at this size. I have reordered them at the right size, so they'll come in a couple of days, but whoops. I think what I'll do is save these, and if I do like a second sale or if I do a sale in the future, I'll just hold on to them and sell them then. So anyway, I need to fill in this new notepad. All the rest of the stuff, don't know if you can see it, I've put it all up on the shelves. So today's plan, tell you what, let me write my to-do list, then I will tell you what the plan is today, because I have no clue. I just know I've got a shed load to do, and yeah, so let's write my to-do list, have a coffee, check emails, check out any like important things that need to be done, and then we'll have a plan for the day. So it's now 10:15. I have written out my to-do list for the day and already made a start to it. So Some of the things on the to-do list typically on a Monday is check emails, check admin, check messages that have come through, check if, because I look at messages over the weekend but I kind of just like flag them to look at on Monday. So to do that, all my new stationery, I need to sort it out, photograph it, make listings, all of that stuff today. Another new product that has arrived, which I am excited to share with you, is phone case. Yay! I've wanted to do phone cases for ages. You might have seen on the website, on the drop down, for ages it said phone cases coming soon, because logistically it's not the easiest thing to do. There's so many different types of phones, and to actually physically have them on the shelf, I would say is impossible for a little shop like me, because I just wouldn't be able to do it. So I have gone down the drop shipping route, like the print on demand route, and I've been watching videos and I've been trying to find like the best ways to do it, and I've gone with Printify. So if anyone, this is not sponsored, Printify have no clue who I am, but I saw a video, I've seen a couple of people do videos now, but Prints by Millie did one, and I just thought, let's give it a try. So I put this design on, and you can order a sample, and I did, and it came within 2 days, and the quality of it is amazing. It's like a tough case, and this is the gloss version, but there is a matte version, and it's just fab. So I've set it all up so that you would order it on the website like any other product. They print it and they send it to you. I'm yet to figure out how it works if you order like multiple items. I'm just assuming you'll pay more shipping. You'll pay my shipping for my products and their shipping for their product. But I'm really excited about it. So this is all ready to go. They give you a mock-up image to use, but I would like to use my own image. It's one of the reasons I ordered it, because I want to just check the quality of it. So I've taken a couple of pictures. I just need to upload those to the listings. I have orders to do. I think I have 16 orders to do, which is incredible. And I'm thrilled. It was the last day of the sale, and I sent an email out and got quite a few orders. So thank you to everyone who ordered. I have got my sales tracker up for January. So if you don't know, I came up with these sales trackers 3 years ago now. I don't think, like, you see them everywhere now, sales trackers, which is incredible. But back a couple of years ago, no one was doing it. And I remember it was a September, and it was the quietest September I'd ever had. I think I had like 10 orders in the whole month. And I just thought, I can't do this. Like, I can't cross my fingers and hope for a sale. Like, I have to be proactive. And I literally went home and designed a tracker. Did I do 100? I think I said I wanted to get 100 sales October, November and December at the end of that year. So that must have been 2021? I don't know. Go back on the blogs, you'll see it. And I printed off the tracker and I tracked it. And then people were like, can we have that print out? And I made it free. And people have been downloading them since. Over 1,000 people downloaded them last year, which is mind-blowing to me. That just like a little idea I had a couple of years ago has just turned into this massive thing. Anyway, I'm tracking again. I'm at 25 and it's the 8th of January, so that's amazing. But the sale has gone now off the shop, so I've got a feeling it's going to be a little bit quiet now. But I have those orders to do, so what I'll do first is sort out the stationery, because it's all over the table, all my bits and pieces. Do the orders. I also need to put together a box of things to send to my brand new stockist. I am in my first official shop. Flutter and Fern have a shop in Carlisle, and I asked if I could be stocked there and they said yes. So I need to organise that today. And then I've also put that I would like to send an email out today, kind of like a newslettery email with things that are happening, and if I get all the stationery done and the phone case done, I could send that out as well to say that they're ready and they're available. So it's a busy day, and I have to do all that before the school run at 3:15. I set off for the school run. But it's fine, it's 10:15. We have 5 hours. 5 hours, that's plenty of time to get work done. So the first thing on the list was check email / do admin, which I have already done. I've got my emails down to 0, so that's good. And from the emails and messages I've had, these, I just want to kind of, I don't share this kind of stuff, but it's just interesting to know, if you're starting out, it's just interesting to know the kind of things that come in for me over email on a weekend. So the first thing is I've had a request to illustrate a picture book. I get these all the time, and I've never said yes because one, it imposter syndrome, but two, usually it's people that are funding a book themselves, and I don't think they realise the cost that comes with it, and sadly I can't do them for free. This one is a 32-page children's book. 32 pages, that's huge, and I think 32 pages would take me all year. It would take me all year to do that, if that. It would take me even longer, I think. And so how much is that? If a year-long project, thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds, and as soon as I tell them that, they'll say they can't do it. I know, because I've done it before, like I've had this conversation before. So we will get back to them and we will see what the situation is. It could be that they have lots and lots and lots of money to invest in this, but usually if that's the case, it's not the author emailing me, it's an agency, or, you know, anyway. So that's the first email I've had. I've had 2 emails asking for mentoring, which is so wonderful. I put in my last YouTube video that I'm doing mentoring, and a couple of people, so these 2 people have reached out after watching that video, so I need to get back to those people. I've had another request for to work with me on a book themed subscription box to create some enamel pins for them. I have got back to them and then they've gone quiet, so we'll see. I'm going to follow up on that. I need to follow up with somebody who I do mentor, because just before I went away they were having some trouble with their website, and they reached out and asked to help, and I sent them an email like fixing a problem for them, and I need to check if they're all good now. Somebody has emailed with an order that's missing and asking if I can track it, so I'm going to do that. I've had 3 brands reach out, but I really want to get into this more, but you'll see why it's a struggle for me, because one of them is an AI content creating tool and they want me to just test it. Another one is for flowers. They want to send me some flowers. And the one that's coming this morning is for a water flosser for your teeth. As you can see, like, those things are not, like, I'm so grateful that they reach out, but I'm not the right person. So I would love to work with brands, but I'm not gonna say yes to the water flosser, sadly. So yeah, so that's the kind of thing that happens. I don't like talk about it much, but you just see me packing orders and drawing pretty pictures, but the admin behind it all and the things that come in and just take up a lot of time. So I just wanted to share that with you. So I can tick off on my list that I have, can I tick it off that I've checked emails? Because I have done. I need to follow up on all those things. You know what, let's do that. I am going to follow up with all of these admin tasks so that they are done. It's now 23 minutes past 10. I'm going to spend 20 minutes on this. By 11:15, I will be on to my next task. Let's go. So it's now 10:54, so I'm 10 minutes over my planned schedule. But everyone's been replied to, all emails done, everything's actioned. The book thing that came in, I haven't quoted or anything yet. I've asked them to send me examples of like the illustration style. I've just had a look online and the numbers vary so much. Like, it all depends on how detailed the illustrations are. If it's quite simple, I might be able to do it, but that's a big job, and I'm not a book illustrator, although I would love to. Do you know what I've been thinking recently? I've been reading a lot more, and some books that I see in the shops, like romance books, the ones that like are big on TikTok, I think, oh my god, I could do that. I definitely could do that. So I wonder if I should do a few like fake book covers and test it and like send it out and see. I think I'd prefer to do that than children's books. Children's books not really the route I want to go down. It's massive and that's a whole thing. But I feel like the cover of like a book I would like to read, I would love to do that. I read a book on holiday called, what was it called? I'll leave it here on the screen. It was a bit of a raunchy book, but the cover of that, I could do that. I know I could. And I'd have probably done it a bit differently, like, I don't know. Anyway, completely different topic. The next job, let's tick off emails and admin. Next up, stationery. I'm going to sort it all out. What I have over here, I have all sorts going on here, but I have, so I've put all my stationery, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn off my neon sign because it just throws, I absolutely love the neon sign. I love it when I'm sat at my desk, but when I'm over here, it throws the lighting off. I've put all my new stationery here, still all in its packaging, and I've had delivered some more biodegradable cello. I get these from EcoCraft. I've tried everywhere, but EcoCraft is where I get it from. Some people don't use plastic at all. I send a lot of stuff abroad, and if it rains and gets wet, it costs more to send. So I would rather do this. It's compostable, so it's not the perfect situation, but it is better than plastic. So I have a load of this, so I need to put the A5 ones in those. And then I always struggle for the A4 notepad sizes, and I see a lot of people struggle. You can't really get compostable A4, C4 sizes. To be honest, I've had to use plastic in the past, which I've hated to do, absolutely hate it, but what can you do? Anyway, I managed to get this size, which isn't C4, it's actually bigger than C4, but the width of it is C4. It's just too long, but once you fold it over, you can't even tell. So I've no idea what size that is, but I will leave a link for it below if you need cello for your A4 size notepads. That is compostable. Can you see it like folds halfway down? They are pricey, so make sure you add that to your pricing of your product. Please don't shout at me, like I know it's an expense, but when you send things abroad and things get wet, you have to protect them. So I will leave details of all of that stuff, but it's from EcoCraft. I also got some backing boards for prints, so I need to organise those. I'm gonna just put them all in cello so it's done and it's just easy to grab off the shelf. I need to remember to leave one out though to photograph. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's do a time check. It's now 11 o'clock exactly, and by 11:30 I will have done this. We're now on 20 to 12. I can't remember what time I said I wanted to be done with all the stationery bits. Did I say past maybe? My coffee is now cold. Joy. Oh, it's still nice though. Still nice cold coffee. I've had a couple of emails following up from emails I sent. Nothing exciting really. I have all the stationery now in the cello with the sticker on, and I have all of the designs here. So this is like the little to-do list, and it all features my lilac garden pattern that I did for my legging collection, and that is the cover on the back of here. It's also, where is it? This notebook. This notebook sold out, and I can't believe how many sold at Christmas. I do need to put another restock in, but sadly it's so expensive to do because I have to order quite a lot in a chunk. So what I'm going to do is put the stationery, the new stationery, on sale, and hope that money, if those sell, that comes in from that will fund the restock of these. So if you're wanting to get a notepad and one of these, sadly you won't be able to get them both at the same time, but any support with these helps fund these. So yeah, and then we also have these A4 planners. So I used to do these. These were like one of the first product I ever did back in 2019, and they've just been so popular. This is the weekly planner, so you've got all the days and some priorities, some habits. It's just nice. And then this one is the monthly planner, and what's good about the monthly planner is they're undated, so there's 50 sheets on there, last year a couple of years, and then you can just put your own dates in there depending on which month it is. So I need to photograph them all, which is a bit of a nightmare on a day like this where the weather is dark. So I'm going to try my best to do some product pictures. I don't spend a lot of time on product pictures, sadly. I would love to get to the point where I can have external pictures done by a photographer and like send them products every month, because that would help me out massively. I'm going to work my way up to that. My battery is flashing on this camera already, so I'm going to plug you in. I'm going to work away on the listings. I'm going to have some lunch. I will come back to you. I'll come back to you in an hour, maybe an hour and a half, to let you know where I'm up to with everything. Hopefully I have the listings done, the products done, I've eaten, and we can set the products live while I pack orders. So see you in a bit. It's now a little bit later. It's now 2 o'clock and I haven't eaten, and I've been stressed trying to sort this out. So I photographed everything. Things are looking good. I've made all the notepad listings. They're all ready to go. The problem now is with the phone case, because I'm working with a third-party company and I'm trying to set up shipping, because I don't want you to, if you order a phone case and a notepad, I want the shipping to be right, because it's not simple. I thought it would be simple, but it's not. I did a test and it charged you for shipping for the phone case, but then it was free ship. Like, I would lose out basically. So I'm just trying to get all set up. I've just sent a voice note to Millie from Prints by Millie, because I know she does these phone cases, to see what she's doing. And I'm just trying to get that all sorted before I can hit live. I'm absolutely starving. I would love to eat, but I don't want to, I want to just get this sorted. As soon as this is done, I can eat, and then I can send an email out and let everybody know that new things are here. But it's now 2 o'clock. I'm going to get Luca in just over an hour. I haven't even started packing orders yet. So I'm stressed. So I did want to come on and just let you know how things are going, but I don't have time to talk to you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to fix this. Cross your fingers for me. I know it's the past for you, but just cross your fingers that I can sort it in the next 10 minutes. Please. Guys, I've done it. It's 2:20 and we are there. I've done it. Look, let me show you. My website now has a phone case and the new stationery. I'm so excited. So yeah, I figured out the problem was, if you're using like a third party company and you're trying to set up shipping, I had it set up fine. But the problem is I used to offer free shipping over £25 when you spend £25. And the phone cases are £25. And so what it was doing, say you ordered a phone case, if you ordered a phone case on its own, it would charge you the shipping, and all of that is set up with the company. I don't see that, that's all done with them. So it would add it on. If you had like a phone case and a pin, what it would do is it would charge you the phone case shipping, it would do that, and then it would do the enamel pin shipping, because technically it's two separate things, and it would add it together. which was fine. But because my website was set up to be free over £25, the shipping, it still charged you for the phone case £2 to the UK. But my bit was removed. So the phone case would come to you. The enamel pin I would have to send to you for free because it thinks it's doing an over £25 spend. Does that make sense? So I would lose out and it would be a nightmare. So what I've done, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, I've removed the free shipping over £25 spend. I'm so sorry if that was a feature that you liked, but in the long run it was me, like it's hard for small businesses, and even big companies don't even offer that anymore. So I've taken it off. We'll see how we do this year, and if I can figure out how to kind of add that back in, I might do, but it's working. Yay! Okay, so I haven't told anybody yet that they're on there, so if anybody's going on my website, they'll see them. But I think what I'm gonna do is go and make some food because, or do I just wait for Luca to come home now? Is there any point? By the time I've sat back down, it'll be time to do the school run, so maybe I won't eat. This is not good. Make sure you eat. So I have about 45 minutes till I need to go and do the school run. I'm going to, let's have a look at my to-do list. I'm going to write an email. I'm going to write an email that's kind of like a newsletter and then tells people that these things are available, and I will send that out just before I do the school run. We'll do the school run, get him home, make sure he's okay, feed him, do all the things. And then I will need to pop back up here to pack orders and get the wholesale order out to the shop that I'm being stocked in, because the post office here opens between 4 and 6 and I'll drop off the things then. My husband finishes work at 7. He will take over and well, together we'll do the bedtime routine and then we'll see where we're at. And I might come back in here for a couple more hours this evening. The other thing is on my to-do list, my content planner, I've planned to do the emails, I'm doing that now. Instagram, I plan to put up a picture of the new phone case. I can do that now. And then on TikTok and YouTube, I wanted to upload a reel that a reel I'd put on Instagram yesterday, I want to upload to TikTok and YouTube. I could do that tonight. So, 45 minutes. Let's write this email. An exciting thing is, well, let me give you an update on emails and things. I've had an email. Oh, I've not even read it yet. Let's have a look. I've had an email from somebody from a company that wants to help produce high quality videos for me and is telling me that, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you don't know if they're spam or not. But yeah, that's a collaboration opportunity. So I might look into that and see what that is. I've also had a message from another creator on Instagram. I won't say who it is, but they're a fab creator, and they have invited me onto their podcast, Casual Candid Chats on Creative Journeys. That sounds wonderful, so we'll say yes to that. So I get a lot of opportunities, like every day I get emails asking for things. I just don't talk to you about it and I say no to about 95% of everything that comes in. But I think it would surprise people, like what comes in and what I say no to. But the creator podcast chat sounds wonderful, so I'm just going to reply back now and say yes, please. So I'm going to write an email now and hopefully we get some ka-chings today. I haven't had an order yet today. I would love a ka-ching, at least one thing. But if you have any questions about the phone cases, how it works, I'll do a video when I've had hopefully a couple of orders. I will do a full video on how it works, how I get paid, like how much profit there is in it and how I get paid from that and all the logistics behind it. So yeah, right. I'm gonna write an email. I'll be back with you. That's what happened, you.
Like the salads left over me today.
Nice.
That chicken that I cooked that was in the freezer.
Nice. I'm really busy. Hi, I need to get Luca in half an hour and I'm really busy. I love you very much though. All right, 40 minutes. Can I go? Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Well, the email is done. The Instagram post is done. It is 3 o'clock. We're close, guys. This is happening. So I'm just gonna hope that people head to the website to have a nosy. That would be wonderful. But I thought, because I don't need to get my shoes on for another 10 minutes, I thought I would open this with you while it's still light out, because I'm worried that by the time I get back, it'll be dark and you won't be able to see. So I have ordered new thank you cards for my orders, because over Christmas I ran out. So if you ordered over Christmas or in the Boxing Day sale, you will have had a postcard wasn't a thank you one. So apologies for that, but the new one is here. Oh, it is so cute. It's kind of a throwback. Let me see if I can find my old thank you card. I thought I had one to hand, but maybe I don't. I used to have a thank you card. Let me know if you still have one. And it said, thank you, sweetie, on it. Because sweetie is my thing. It's what I call people. So if you message me with a lovely message, I'll say, oh, thank you, sweetie. It's just something I call people. And I used to have a thank you card that was thank you, sweetie, and it would have my logo on it. And I thought I would bring that back. So this is the new thank you card. It says, thank you so much, sweetie, with my updated logo on it. And then on the back, because I like to write a handwritten note on the back, I've included a picture of me because I thought about this over Christmas, and if somebody's ordering on Etsy, maybe they've never seen a video from me before, I like just the personal touch, and yeah, so I've added a little picture of me, and it says, don't forget to tag me on social media and let me know what you think, and then I have space there to write my little message. So I ordered 500 thank you cards, so that will get me through until the summer, I reckon. At the rate we're going, that will get me through to the summer, and then maybe we can do something else in the summer. But yeah, I love those. I got those printed with printed.com. Not sponsored. I pay for everything myself. I've tried them all, and I don't know. I always go back to printed.com. Some people have issues with printed.com. I can't say I've ever had an issue. It comes fast, and if I ever have had an issue, they fixed it right away. So anyway, there are 20 people on my website right now. I can't imagine there's going to be 20 people ordering from me. I think people just want to have a nosy to see the phone case, see the stationery, all that jazz. 23 people. It's just nice, isn't it? It's just nice that when you send an email out, people want to click on it. So yeah, I'm happy. Let me just check if it posted to Instagram. It's posted to Instagram. People are liking it. I put some Hilary Duff music to it. I'm so nostalgic for Hilary Duff and all the music and the films when I was a teenager. The Cinderella stories, the Freaky Friday, the Princess Diaries. Those films, they like warm my heart so much. So if you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram, and this picture here with the phone, click it for some Hilary Duff throwback. I won't play it because I'll get copyrighted. Anyway, I'm gonna go and pick up Luca from school. We have had a busy day, and when I come back, we will pack some orders. Oh, it's absolutely freezing. It's so cold. Don't mind my kitchen, an absolute state. So I had a couple of orders while I was doing the school run. 4 orders, which is amazing, like combinations of stationery, phone cases, and then a mixture, and everything's working, so that's good. It's now 3:45. I am gonna feed my child. I am gonna tidy my kitchen, as in do a dishwasher, all the things. Yeah, darling? Lovely. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make myself some food. Then we're gonna go and pack some orders. I've also had a delivery. Also had a delivery from Olive and Mabel, my wonderful friend Jenny. We're gonna open that too. But first, let's be a mum. Right guys, just a little time check. It's 4:30. I have just eaten a tuna bagel. I'm thrilled about it. I did plan to eat that at 12 o'clock, but the time's just got away from me. I made Luca's tea. He's currently eating it, watching telly. Now I am going to blast through my orders, not the ones that have come in from today, the ones from the weekend. I've printed all the packing slips. I am going to power through them. I'm going to see if I can get 16 orders done in half an hour. Probably not possible, but get them done and then I can go and post them. And I have to do that before 6. Let's get a move on. I'm going to set you up. I'll set you up somewhere. I'm cutting it really fine. I need to go and take this to the post office before it gets collected. But I will be back soon to continue the day. It's now the end of the day. I made it back from the post office, dropped the orders off, and it is now 6:15. So I was gonna do the bedtime routine, and then when Matt got home I was gonna carry on working. But I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's been a long day. We've been in here working since about 10. I got everything pretty much that I wanted to do. The only things I didn't manage to do was pack up my wholesale order for my new stockist, the shop that I'm gonna be in. We'll do that tomorrow. This was gonna just be a day in the life, but it's gonna be a day plus a little bit tomorrow. I also have a package from Olive and Mabel that I want to open, and this lighting will not do it justice at all. So we'll open that tomorrow. We will pack the box for Flutter and Fern. I've had a couple of orders. I think I've had 4 orders, so I'm thrilled with that. Take a look at them properly tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna get my PJs on. Thank you for spending the day with me. Hopefully you've seen a realistic day in the life of trying to get work done in between the school runs. But I will see you tomorrow. We're not finished yet. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's 9:10. I've just done the school run again and it's absolutely freezing outside. So if I've got slightly rosy cheeks, it's because I have had a numb face this morning from walking in the cold. So it's now the next day. I just thought I'd give you an update on how things went. So I had 1, 2, 3, 7 orders. Only 3 of them were for stationery. The rest were phone cases, so that's good. So yeah, 3 orders on my new stationery, which is slightly worrying. I thought it would do better, but it's just after Christmas, people don't have money. But I thought it's a good time to do it in January. But we'll see. I didn't really maybe, no, I have shown the process of designing it. I don't know. Anyway, I need to pack those orders today, so I'll do that. But I ordered with Olive and Mabel, my wonderful friend Jenny, who closed the shop for a little bit while she did a house move. She's now back, and I mean, I wish I could have ordered loads, but I had to kind of restrain myself. But I've literally just ripped open that box with a pen because I need this that I'm about to show you. Look at those. I was in desperate need of some scissors. I have big ones that are over on my packing desk, but I just like to have a pair on my desk to open things, and you know I'm a gold gal, so those are gorgeous. And I also got some Olive and Mabel washi tape. So Olive and Mabel, they sell things from other makers, but Jenny also has started designing her own things, and I went to grab some washi tape. And in here, I don't know what's in here. In here we just have the thank you card. Oh, and she's popped in some little stickers as well. Look at that. And this one. I found a letter that Jenny sent me back when she first started Olive and Mabel. And I put it to one side because I was going to send her a picture of it to her, because it was just so lovely. It's like an old thank you card, like a really old one, and the note in it was just so gorgeous, and she's just come so far. And anyway, that's my order from Olive and Mabel that I wanted to show you in the daylight. And kind of the only other thing that I needed to do yesterday was I need to pack a wholesale order kind of thing to my brand new stockist, Flutter and Fern. So I think I'm going to do that. My battery is dying, so I think I'm going to end the vlog here, but I just did want to just kind of talk about that. So if you're in Carlisle, please go and check it out in the next few days. Hopefully my things will have arrived. I think what I'm going to send is I'm going to send a couple of pins, some of my best selling pins. I'm going to send my Magical Things Can Happen notebook, and potentially a couple of notepads to match, and some washi tape, and we'll see how it goes. My first month there is free, just to see, for them and for me, to see if it works. So I won't go crazy sending loads of stuff, but just enough of like a mixture of things just to see how it'll work. But I need to price it all and get it ready, so I'm going to do that this morning. But I just want to say thank you for watching this vlog. Thank you for being here. If this is the first vlog you've ever seen, please let me know. I'm trying to find motivation to do these again, and I think this kind of vlog where I just literally take you behind the scenes of what's happening, not try and make it like a really aesthetically beautiful vlog, just to show you the real, what's really happening here behind the scenes. I do work long hours on some days, other days I don't get anything done, as you can imagine being a mum. And the business has changed over the past few years. We've gone through lots of iterations and changes, and if you want to see how I started, I literally worked in the room next door with a newborn baby. We started this, and I'm still the same person, still trying to figure it out, don't really know what I'm doing, but I just like to document it when I can. So I will be back soon for another video. Let me know what you want to see from me. I've got a few ideas of videos that I want to do, things that the kind of videos I used to do when I first started and no one was watching, so I had zero fear, and now I'm just absolutely terrified to do. So maybe we'll do them. I'll find some courage to do them. But thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my patrons for just making it possible. I couldn't do these videos without my patrons. And I'll see you soon. We have so much to do in January, and I'm going to document it all. So bye guys.